With a guy
You've
like,
never done that before?
with a guy like Johnny who said, like, I admit when I was in high school I was a volume shooter, and now I'm trying to learn to be more efficient and learn to kind of get in a rhythm when maybe you're not out there taking 10 shots, 20 shots in a game. Is there anything you can do in drill or practice?
Well, here's what I told him.
Come off cold and make
I don't know, but I had to tell my son, first 2 games he played, he was 0 for 7. And he played 5 minutes and 7 minutes. And I said to my son, it's a bad position to be in, but it's real. If you make shots, you're going to play more. If you make a lot of misses, you're going to play less. So the next game he made and next game he made, and you won't believe this, now he's playing 25, 30 minutes a game. He played 5 minutes, and it's hard. It's what it is. Maybe a guy that we're expecting to rebound and can't get a rebound, well, you're going to play less minutes. But Johnny's working hard. He's, all these kids playing together, trying to figure each other out, trying to figure themselves out, makes it even more difficult. But we need him. We need Khalil to play better. I mean, we do. We got guys that for us to be one of those teams, which we are not right now, for us to be one of those teams, he's got to play well. Johnny's got to make a couple shots.
What is he? What is Khalil? In your mind's eye, the good version of Khalil?
How he played at Michigan State, where he was like a defensive, he was all over the place. He was active, go get rebounds. You can't, again, I keep trying to tell all these kids, if your offense is what gets you going, that's going to be like this because everybody's offense in the country, you can't have emotional ups and downs based on offense. It should be based on defense, but we're still learning.
With all this practice time, what do you feel like you've gotten accomplished and what areas are you working on?
Still the two, fight, and then we've really worked and spent some time on finishing games. This team we're playing tomorrow, Georgia Tech. I mean, Josh has done a great job. They're playing zone. They're playing a really high wing zone. They'll trap corners. They'll go and flip into a 1-3-1. If you drive, they collapse. My guess is they'll make us shoot threes. I come back to, I think we're a really good three-point shooting team that hadn't made shots right now. I was up at Notre Dame, and I went and saw Mike Bray after the game, and I go, you made 23s. What? How? My team in 4 games can't make 23s, 5 games. And he said, we were shooting 28%, and we're making them in practice. We just couldn't seem to make them in games. Well, that's us. I said, well, what'd you say? Didn't say anything. I guess I won't say anything. I don't know. I mean, it's...
How well you guys are shooting free throws exceptionally well. How much of an emphasis do you put on getting to the line?
Well, I just tell them, I mean, some of you guys are shooting 90%. Why wouldn't you get fouled? Why would you ever fade away on a shot? Why don't you play through people and get fouled? I mean, we had a guy come in yesterday and ask the question, why isn't Nick rebounding more? Like, why isn't he rebounding more? Now, you may say, well, he's getting 10 or 11, and I'm telling you, why not get 15? Why not go after every ball with 2 hands? Why not create space? Getting Ashton, the way you shoot free throws, keep getting fouled. Ball fake. Don't just throw your body into a guy to get fouled. They may not give that to you. Ball fake. Make it obvious. But Emmanuel Quickly's making them. I mean, Tyrese the same. We've worked on Tyrese the last 3 days on you can't run away from the contact. You clip the guy. When you drive, you create it. You don't run from them. And so, but it's hard for these guys because they played a certain way.
Are you shooting more free throws than some of your previous teams?
I don't know that. I don't know. I just know we're making more. And I'm not doing anything different than I've done in the past. Probably recruited better free throw shooters, I guess.
How much of Don Kennedy coming on along? Is he good enough to play with?
Practice? No, he's a ways away. He had an ACL. I mean, he'll practice and then 2 days he can't practice. After trying, and he's probably when he practices about 75%. So, but I'm glad he's on the floor some.
What can you pick up just by being on the floor and being around?
It's got to really. Here's the thing. And there were times yesterday we were running something, he didn't know it. Well, stop. You're on the side. What are you doing? You're not doing anything else. What are you, looking at the lights? Come on. I mean, you should know all this stuff because you're sitting there watching it. And, but he's a great kid. I mean, you know, Ben's been out. He's been hurt, so we've had to practice without Ben. And, you know,
What's his injury?
I have to ask the trainer. Yes, he had a head injury, something.
Speaking of shooting, you're playing a guy that the last time he was in rubber.
35.
Yeah.
35. Yeah, he hadn't slept in 2 days waiting on this game. And their team will shoot threes, but they also run great offense. They put themselves in the best position. You know, whether it was Georgia or Arkansas, could have easily won both games. I mean, you know, beat NC State pretty good. So, you know, they've played a terrific schedule now. So they're not coming in like, okay, that we're playing Kentucky. And they've played a schedule already. They played a Syracuse. So they've played teams.
Are you always a little fearful of a team that really got smacked the last time they were out, that they're going to want to come out and show, hey, we're a lot better than what?
I'll be honest, I'm worried about my team. Do people watch us and say, wow, they're finally getting out and running? Wow, they are fighting for balls. You see that we put an emphasis on creating shots for each other. We've been at 20 assists the last 3 or 4 games. Do they continue to create shots for each other? Are individual players beginning to play better? Are they breaking through individually? Because the only way we get to where we're trying to go is if individual players keep getting better. EJ's scoring the ball good now. Let's go rebound and play better defense. You know, keep scoring, but let's do that too. And again, we're never going to be satisfied. It's okay. What's the next step up for these kids? But it's we got a tough road here. I mean, this is a hard game. Anxious to see where we are at this point. It's December, early December, so we're still trying to figure ourselves out, and you need games like this to do it.
Yeah, I noticed in this last game that you guys had Ashton kind of in that free throw line area in the middle, maybe when they were zoning. What have you seen from that? What does he give you kind of working?
Well, they will match down a little bit. So wherever we put them, they'll probably end up playing a man-to-man. But, you know, we need more than one guy penetrating. We got a lot of guys that just touch and go. I mean, you got to see that there's gaps, and you got to take it in. Now, they're going to collapse, which means you be strong with the ball and create shots for your teammate. Can't be just one guy. And we got other guys that are capable of doing it. We've been emphasizing, you know, you got to be able to go at zones. You don't just play along the perimeter. You either throw it in there, post or high, or you drive it in there. Either one's good. But you can't just throw it around the perimeter.
Calvin, did you ever think you'd be having to talk to Nick Richards about being arrogant? You spent 2 years
Well,
sort
what?
of nursing that confidence.
Yeah,
Is
there
that a good
it's
thing in a way.
yeah, but it's you're humble and hungry. You know, it's what we always talk about. You're humble and hungry, because this thing, if any of you are golfers, you know it can flip in 2 seconds. I'm the best putter in the world, and then you can't make a putt because you said it. Or I've been driving the ball great. Good. Now you've rolled 4 off the tee and you hooked 1 into the trees. How about that for your driver? So you just stay hungry. You keep training. You want to fall back on your training. Well, when I walk in here, if his training is lazy catches, one-handed rebounds, I'm not fighting for position, the shot goes up, I run from my man, well, that's what you're going to do in the games. And the minute you go down that road, it's not what I say, it's what you're saying to yourself. You take away your own confidence. And when you build your confidence through the process, through training, no one takes it away. No one. I can't take it away, an official, another teammate. But if you take your own confidence away by how you're training and you walk in a game and you start playing that way, you did it to yourself. But look, we got great kids, and all the people watching, you know, we're holding them accountable. It's what we're trying to do. And just saying that here's how we're playing. Probably been tougher in practice than I had all year for 3 days. A couple days I was really tough. And tough meaning, you know, it's a high standard, what we're expecting. I don't know. I don't know. I think so. They're supposed to come to the game. I hope I get a chance to meet them. You know, I said I've met a few presidents and looking forward to meeting the Queen.
Ted, I heard you say on your radio show that the guys shoot threes better in transition. Is that the defense isn't set?
Maybe, and I also think it's because they're better passes. We're throwing all. We're getting guys that have threes passes all over the place versus in their wheelhouse where you catch it and let it go. And also those guys are probably more ready in transition because they can see everything in front of them and the ball comes to them. The other way, you're looking maybe away from the basket and it's taking more time. But, you know, this should be a team that can make 7, 8 threes. Sometimes more, sometimes a couple less, but it shouldn't be a team that's making 1 or 2. And we're not the good news is we do not rely on threes where other teams are shooting 33s. If they shoot 30 and they make 3, they're losing. We're not relying. If we have a big day shooting threes, we're going to normally win that game by a margin. But it's not what we rely on. So, thanks.